I think it's finally time that I talk about this. Now, by the way, it's been like a week since the last video I made. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. But in the interim, I got COVID.
What the hell?
I was out of the game for like 11 days, man, like bedridden. But it's all good because we're back at it. That's not even what I wanted to talk about. I just kind of got sidetracked. I was going to talk about my weaknesses because I always kind of mention them in videos, but I never made a video about them. So I'm going to do that. Now, if anyone's ever taken a look at my profile, you'll see that nearly all my plays are DT. So I guess it wouldn't be unreasonable to assume that I'm a DT player. But in complete reality, DT is like my worst skill set. And let me tell you why. All of the maps that I farm for DT are like AR8 boomer maps. Even though I do kind of enjoy playing them, they're not necessarily hard. Especially if you're someone that has no aim whatsoever. Like myself, thank you. But really, the one thing that all these maps have in common is they're AR8s, or sometimes 8.5, but they never really go above that. And that's because I can't read it. So I've basically walled myself off from all the other DT maps because I can't read the AR. So when you can't read the map, the jumps are cross screen, and you're full area, sometimes your wrist just doesn't go where it's supposed to, and you wind up looking like this. Yeah, it's just not gonna cut it. Now, unless the jumps are in the same spot, like this map, I am not hitting anything cross screen if I can't read it. I probably won't hit it cross screen anyways. So yeah, weakness number one, DT/AR, aim speed, whatever you want to call it. All right, so I'd say my next biggest weakness would have to be probably no mod. And when I say no mod, I mean hidden only, to be exact. Now, most of you know by now that I am a hidden player, and if you're ever wondering where my no-mod gameplay is, I simply don't have any. Very early on in the process, unfortunately, I discovered who Zudi was, and now I'm trapped as a hidden player. So until I'm like 3-digit and I decide I want to play tourneys and stuff like that, I'm just not even going to worry about no-mod, alright? So when I say no-mod, I mean hidden only. Now, given my rank and the fact that I'm a self-proclaimed hidden player, you'd probably assume that I can FC some basic farm maps, right? Well, unfortunately for you, that couldn't be further from the truth. Here's some gameplay of me playing what I'd consider basic 6-digit farm. And this is like one of the more popular farm maps too, like everyone plays this. Even though the OD is super low, I struggle to hold 99, can't hit all the jumps reliably, a finger locking, a misreading, it's just, this is bad. And it's so bad that I tend to neglect it because I know the problem is the AR. Like if all these maps were AR 10 or at least 9.8, I'd be able to farm them all, you know? Well, I should be able to farm a 6-digit farm map, at least I'd hope. But I am so terrible at reading low AR, I just get nerfed. I neglect it because I don't want to have a session where I'm just a scrub. Well, I'm already a scrub, but I don't want to be like a super scrub for an hour, you know? But yeah, that's another weakness. Now, I have so many more weaknesses in this game, but I don't want to take your time, so I'm just going to talk about one more. You know, in reality, I have like 50 more, but we're going to talk about one. So I'd say the last major weakness I have is accuracy. Now, again, don't base it off the profile hack, because the profile hack is very bad, but not like DT farmer bad, you know? But it's bad by my standards and a lot of other people's standards as well. And you gotta remember that the profile hack is heavily skewed upwards by all those boomer DT farm maps because the OD is so low and stuff like that. So I tend to get closer to 99, and then all my hard rock scores are usually like 93, 94. Now, it's not like I'm incapable of getting 99. I just don't. So in the past 2 days that I've played since my COVID break, I've regained the ability to play hard rock, which is good. And now I'm farming maps that are much harder than the maps I would have farmed even before the break. But when I FC them, I get bad AC, so I have nothing to show for it. Like, take this play, for example. This map is like my highest star hidden hard rock FC yet, like 6.5. So I should easily cash in on a 400 because it's like a TV size map, right? But for some odd reason, I get to this little wannabe stream section and I just completely poop my AC away. Like, look at this. And if you look at the UR, it's not really that sporadic, it's just early. So whenever something like this happens, which is pretty common, I have no idea why it happens. And my UR is so big that I can see it as I'm playing in real time. I'm like, yo, why am I early? Let's take this other map, for example. I quite literally didn't know this map existed until 2 days ago, and I've already choked a pretty good run on it. I think this would have been 400 AC, which this was a sight read, so I guess it's okay, but in reality, a map like this, I should easily get 99. Like, even if I miss, I should have 99 on a map like this. But for some odd reason, I'll just be too early or too late, like consistently. Like the UR is close, I'm just too early or too late. And it doesn't happen throughout the entire map, it just happens at certain sections. Like in my mind, it almost feels like the map is mistimed, which I know it's not, that's just big copium, but that's what it feels like in my head. So yeah, once I get that under control, I'll rank up so much faster because my FCs won't be 94%, and I'll actually get PP from them. Crazy. But yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you next time.